Alrighty, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rechahak Wadash. Double honors due to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to the Lord's elect. This is the brother Yeshaya, part of Men of Valor, South Carolina. And this lesson right here is going to be, as you can see on the screen, we have a B-dub, okay? One of our, sisters, more than likely a Judite, right? And then you can see right here, it says, fetus deletus for 200 Alex. Now, I'm going to play a little bit of this video and then get into the scriptures, but you already know from, just this, just the words on the screen, what this video is going to be about. So without further ado, I'm going to play this video and then get into some scriptures.
I'm going to keep it real with you. I stopped giving a fuck about what men think when I with my ex-baby. Yeah, when I got that bitch, because he had me fucked up. You think you about to trap me with a baby and not treat me the way I want to be treated? You think I'm going to walk around with your child struggling, already got 2 other kids, and you think you going to treat me less than what I deserve? Oh boy, bye.
Oh my God, Blue Range Jim.
Want to get a...
Oh yeah, baby, they knew me by name.
What?
Oh, so you went to the 13 times.
Yes, I remember I had to use...
You went to the...
13 times, goddamn, you a serial unaliver by the end, man. And, I've known women like this in the world, man, all right? I know women that had 3, 4 abortions, maybe and more. And, they have a real dark countenance on them. And it's like, they really, has lost any type of remorse for life, man. Because if you unalive a baby in the womb, hey, they look at it as a light thing, but that's not, man. That's still a human. That's still a person, all right? And you're responsible for that murder, for that unaliving, all right? And this is fair use.
Clinic 13 times, and you up here with your stunner shades on, bragging about it?
What the baby? What the baby?
Without the baby.
What the baby?
Give you the Bacardi.
Ready to say, ready to beat up, baby.
You saw it. Yo.
This is a total...
Yo, this is a shame, man. But, this is the state of our women right now. And that's why we're such in a downtrodden state, because to know the state of the men, all right, of your, respective, nation, okay, ours being a nation of Israel, you got to look at the standing or the current standing of their women, or the current status of their women, all right, and our women are totally bugged out. That one just reminded me of this previous job I had. This girl, she didn't even know me like a week, and she was telling me about how she's about to go get it, an abortion. I'm talking about didn't even know me for a week. I don't know, Jake, Jake, especially me, people just think they can confide in me, about things, and they don't even know me, man. They don't know if I can go run and tell their stuff or use it against you, but people always just want to tell me shit, man. But yeah, she, and she was proud about it, and she came and told me what she did, and I'm like, man,
of everybody in her lineage, her entire family lineage, her ancestors are looking down upon her and crying, and one of the ancestors looked at the other ancestors and smacked the hell out of them for being a part of making this person crazy. Look at those eyes. Look at her face. Look, she's crazy. This woman is absolutely bat crazy.
Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood, was an avowed racist whose goal was to reduce the black population in America, and she succeeded. In 50 years, there's been 22 million, over 22,500,000 black people strategically and on purpose. Over 1,000 black babies are every day. So that means we are inside of it as we speak. We are inside.
Hey, The scriptures say, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. We are in the valley of the shadow of death, being America. A valley representing a very low place. All right, it's very low morally. All right, but even within that, man, being in a Israelite woman's womb, that's the most dangerous place to be, man. Because hey, you might get aborted, or you might get deleted. You might be exposed to certain certain drugs, certain substances. You know what I'm saying? And man, all right, had to get that out the way just in case. But yeah, all right. So without further ado, let's get some scriptures, man. All right, and this one is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. Because like I said, we are under these curses, man. All right, you want to figure out or find out who the people of the Bible is? Hey, all you got to do is go to Deuteronomy 28, man. All right, and line it up with the people on the earth, and you will see that we are the Israelites. This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 55, and it reads, "So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he have nothing left in him siege, and in the straitness wherein thy enemy shall distress thee in all thy gates." Here's a point right here, verse 56. "The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her feet upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness." All right, and that is not you black women right now. Okay, you so-called B-dubs, and I ain't talking about the sisters, but you B-dubs, y'all are, y'all are animal-like, okay? I seen women race in the streets barefoot, when they fight, they look like fucking animals, man. They call it cat fight. They look like feral cats when they fight, So this is not this current state of our women. Of course, there is some exceptions to, that fact, of course. Not talking about all you women, but most of them. "Her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter." Okay, especially the daughters, man. You women, it's like y'all hate y'all daughters because, y'all want to be them. I don't know what that complex is. Y'all either want to be them, y'all either want to, try to live vicariously through them. Y'all are, jealous that, they're young and, well, the ones that are young and beautiful, and they got their lives ahead of them, and you had to cut your life off because your ass had to be a mom, and that's your fault, man. Okay, that's why we got to get back to the old ways of living, because they were the ways of life, man. All right, we had things set up. Okay, we also had laws if they wasn't set up. Okay, say if some man was to take a woman, just out of nowhere, that wasn't espoused. Okay, which that would welcome the death penalty, but. If she wasn't espoused and, everything was everything, we have certain rules, you got to go to the father, pay a dowry, so on and so forth. Right. "And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children, which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for one of all things secretly in the siege and straitness, wherein thy enemy shall distress thee in thy gates." Now, that happened before. Okay, 70 AD and other, sieges of Jerusalem and, where they had us in straits where, women had to eat, their kids. All right, well, they didn't have to, but it came to that point, and one example was when the woman, was bargaining and they said they was going to eat her child one day, and then the next day, they're going to eat, the other child. And then when it came to it, the other woman vanished. The other woman disappeared. She ran off on the plug, man. Hey, it is what it is, man. And this is the reality. All right, this is the reality of the situation. Going to the book of Job, chapter 39 and verse 13. And it reads, Givest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without her. Okay? And this is talk about our women, man. All right? And I grew up, yeah, basically all pretty much around black people, and I've seen the worst of the worst, man. These women, they really, a majority of them, they wasn't raised to be mothers. Okay, and they have their children in these deplorable, decrepit situations, man. And I always vowed, Lord willing, when I have them now, but when I had kids, that I would try at least to the best of my ability to break that cycle, man. All right, because it's a vicious cycle, but that's the curses. All right, like I just read. 17, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. So there you go. Okay, these women, they don't have wisdom and understanding. That's why you got to have a man. Okay, you got to have a man to lead you. This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, one of my favorite ones, verse 17 and 19. The wickedness of a woman changes her face, and darkeneth her countenance with sackcloth. Her husband shall not sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, he shall sigh bitterly. They shall sigh bitterly. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. And hey, I've seen it, man. Even some brothers in this truth, man. Their portion for the first part until the Lord separated them is to have a wicked woman, man. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right, but that's just that's why the apostles always say, man, when you come here, don't try to find a woman in this thing, man, because that woman is many a man has lost their strength. All right, for women, man. All right, like that one was telling Prince Lemuel, which that was King Solomon. All right, that was one of his code names. All right, hey, give not that strength unto women. All right, because a woman can damn destroy you. There have been many of men that have ran out of their wits, for a woman's sake. All right, I believe that's in here, or verse 26. Chapter 26. Yeah, man. So, hey, and if you do have a wife that is all right, hey, just thank the Lord, man, and just deal with that situation as it is, man. All right, treat it the best you can, and just rock out, because we almost at the kingdom, so it ain't even gonna matter. It's gonna, like the scriptures say, the times are short. Those that have wives be like you had none at all. Isaiah 49:15, can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. So these women, they do forget about their children. I've seen many, examples. Women, goddamn, forgetting their children, leaving their children in, places where, like in cars, leaving them, forgetting them. All right, and that's the curses, man. Okay, the Lord, put it into, their spirit, basically to where they're negligent. Okay, and it is what it is, man. All right, it is what it is. So, yeah, it is what it is. Yep. Okay, and Isaiah 49 and 19. What was that? Salaki, I got kind of sidetracked. Get back. Isaiah 49 and 15. Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee. So this is a curse on these women, man, especially the black women. I've seen a lot of cases where women have forgotten their kids in cars, forgotten their kids, in the grocery store. And, there's no explanation for that except for the curses, man. All right, and like I just read in Job 39, the Lord have deprived her of wisdom. So that's just the overall state. And I'm not talking about every woman. Obviously, it's not every woman. But, you know, it applies to most of you Judite women, all right? Especially you Judite women, which, you know, is the top tribe where the majority of the curses fall upon, okay? So, you know, it is what it is. So this is the last one. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 10. And it reads, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall not have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. So this is, you know, like I said, sometimes I like to, you know, balance out the well, I ain't gonna say negative aspects of the scriptures, because I mean there is no negative aspects. Just, you know, just to shine some light, okay? You know, give you the bad and then just a little good, just to not to, you know, demoralize, you know, you ones that are out there listening that's just coming into this thing. So yeah, so you know, he will give a wife, you know, a good wife is it's a blessing from the Lord, man. And that's why the apostles and elders tell brothers, you know, especially younger brothers, hey, if you can resist that burning, try to. All right, and if not, you know, I mean, pray to the Lord for a virtuous wife, you know, the best of the worst in this situation. So I'm gonna end it with that. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekah HaKodash. Double honors due to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace, blessings, safety to the Lord's elect out there. Shalom.